I think that Glass Chapel is one of the best upcoming top 10 levels in Geometry Dash. I personally think that Glass Chapel is really an astonishing level for several reasons. I do think there are some flaws with the level, but again, they're very small, and I don't really think that a lot of levels are on the same quality as Glass Chapel is. Now, of course, if you don't really know what Glass Chapel is, which I wouldn't even be surprised considering that even, my friends who are pretty deep into Geometry Dash didn't even know what the level was until I showed it to them. I wouldn't really blame you for not knowing what this level is, but obviously, of course, it's a solo top 10 extreme demon by Arragen. Most people know him now from, being the creator of Tung Tung Circles, but you also most likely know him from creating Menace, the current top 25 extreme. Obviously, this is his next upcoming big project that he finished around like April. I wanted to make this video mainly because the fact that I think the level should definitely be talked about way more, considering that it is a really unique upcoming level that is just, again, not really talked about. This level initially was going to be a top 1, but then it was nerfed to be around top 5. But that was its initial difficulty from like several months ago when like TS2 was top 1. Obviously, I'm labeling it as a top 10 for now because its difficulty range is like, not really confirmed or guaranteed right now. Especially considering that, the verifier hasn't really made much progress on it as of recent, or at least much public progress. I have a few reasons as to why I think that this level is one of the best upcoming top levels. And of course, first off, I want to say the gameplay. The gameplay of Glass Chapel is very unique. Arragen's gameplay in general is very unique. It is very much his style of gameplay. You can look at it and it is his gameplay. I think that Glass Chapel, especially for a top 10 level, has very unique and fun gameplay. I did play the layout that is on his account, or his archive account, and I do genuinely think that it was pretty fun to play, especially considering that, like, I'm not even that good at the game and I actually had fun playing the level. Arragen, of course, usually uses like a lot of 2.2 gameplay, and it's like used in a way where it's not obnoxious or it doesn't suck. Like the camera features, everything, it feels clean and it actually feels satisfying to play. It's not like obnoxious bullshit that you never want to touch again. And that's what I think makes a lot of his levels really stand out, and it makes them really fun to play. In my opinion, I think, again, Glass Chapel has a very well usage of these 2.2 features. Like, the new swing is utilized really well. I think a lot of the spider orbs, a lot of new features like the camera angles and stuff, they're all utilized very well. And then, of course, there's some really cool duels. There's a lot of really creative aspects that are put into the level that I think just make it really stand out in terms of gameplay. I think that's what makes Glass Chapel alone a lot more unique than most modern top extremes, because most of them are just wave, ship, maybe a little bit of ball, UFO, and that's really about it. Arragen's levels tend to have basically a bit of everything, but also, I guess, on top of that, weird, gimmicky, quirky gameplay, which kind of just also adds on to its uniqueness. I would also like to say I do genuinely think that its gameplay is really, really well done, and it actually feels really satisfying to play. The next point that I want to make is obviously the decoration, or well, more of the overall theming. I say the overall theming of Glass Chapel is really also, again, very unique, but I think it's also executed very well, especially for the first half of the level. I think it is very well executed. Obviously, it's themed around a Glass Chapel, obviously more of you being inside of it. It's pink, blue, gray, some hints of white, but that's like the main color scheme of the level. The meaning is still relatively unknown to us, obviously, because, well, Arragen does plan to make explanation video just like he did with Menace, but again, I have no idea when that's coming out. I really want that shit to come out though. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I really would like to watch that video when it does come out, and maybe if I have the time to, I actually might react to it on stream, hopefully, which you should check my Twitch. It's linked in the description down below. Anyways, besides that, I do really think that the theming of Glass Chapel, it's like really astonishing. It's beautiful, and I think it's what makes it stand out as well. It's not just the gameplay, but I think the overall theming really makes it stand out. Now, one flaw I would say about the theming, or at least more of the decoration specifically, is that the quality significantly drops, or I wouldn't say significantly, but you can notice a drop usually after about the halfway point, where it kind of feels like the block design feels a little bit more lazy than like how it did at the start of the level. But obviously, of course, if you did not know, that Arragen did lose a lot of motivation when working on Glass Chapel, and I guess you can kind of see it in the level, and it kind of was more like he wanted to get it out the way by the time he finished it. I'm gonna just say that's probably one of the reasonings as to why you can see decrease in quality, but again, I still do think it is still really well executed, especially a lot of the background effects. I really do like a lot of Arragen's background effects. They are really, really amazing to look at. I enjoy looking at the background decorations and stuff. Again, I still do believe that even with this small flaw, it doesn't really make too much of a difference or too much of a change in how I feel about the decoration. I just kind of wish that maybe the quality was still there, but at the same time, it's Geometry Dash. You can't expect the level to have amazing, perfect quality the whole way through, especially when it's a solo project. Again, these are just opinions. So again, overall, I still really do think that Glass Chapel is a really unique and again, one of the best upcoming top levels out there. I really do enjoy the theming, the idea, like the overall gameplay of the level. And I can't wait for the meaning to come out as well, because I actually do enjoy learning about the meanings of the, like, Arragen's levels, like with Menace. I enjoyed watching that and like actually soaking in the meaning of the level. I really can't wait to find out what Glass Chapel's about, because again, if you did not know, most of, or at least some of Arragen's levels, he usually will make around some kind of personal belief, which gives it, again, more soul, which I think really makes Arragen's level stand out even more, besides of just like the completely different gameplay and like his unique decoration style. Anyways though, enough glaze. This is just more of me just trying to stem a little bit into different content. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, obviously, of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and if you want more from me, of course, go ahead and check out my second channel where I go post like, gaming clips and all that. There's also my other socials, they'll all be linked in the description below. You can all check them out. And if you want, I'll continue the series. I'll rate more or give my opinion on more upcoming levels. Honestly, just leave comments down below on what level you want me to give an opinion on, and I'll gladly do that. Anyways though, that's all for today's video, and peace out.